everyone, today is our new meeting and today our material is about narrative text. Before we start, I wish that you all come and join this class for the beginning until the end of the meeting. Sebelum kita lebih jauh lagi membahas tentang narrative text, pertama-tama Miss akan menjelaskan apa itu narrative text. Narrative text adalah cerita non-fiksi yang bisa berbentuk dongeng, mitos, cerita rakyat, cerita binatang, dan lain sebagainya. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian menemukan cerita-cerita yang non-fiksi, itu bisa dibilang sebagai narrative text. Contohnya fabel atau cerita binatang. Kalau kita dengar dongeng gitu atau dongeng-dongeng sebelum tidur, itu termasuk dengan narrative text. Nah, apa saja sih yang ada di dalam narrative text? Yang pertama itu ada orientation, complication, resolution, and the last is reorientation. Pertama Miss bakal jelasin tentang orientation. Orientation merupakan paragraf pembuka teks yang mengenalkan tokoh-tokoh yang terlibat di dalam kejadian atau latar waktu yang melatar belakangi kejadian. Biasanya orientation itu ada di bagian awal paragraf. Kemudian kita ke complication. Complication itu terletak setelah orientation selesai. Jadi setelah di paragraf pertama itu ada orientation yang dimana kita bisa nemuin siapa aja tokohnya mungkin, kemudian latar-latar tempatnya, latar waktunya. Nah, kemudian di bawahnya orientation ada complication. Complication itu paragraf yang menjelaskan awal masalah. Awal masalah itulah yang mengawali plot-plot atau alur cerita yang kemudian berlanjut pada konflik dan klimaks lalu anti klimaks dalam sebuah cerita. Kemudian ada resolution. Resolution itu adalah paragraf yang akan menjadi akhir dari cerita tersebut. Dalam bagian ini terjadi penyelesaian yang membuat jalan cerita berakhir. Setiap masalah yang muncul harus ada penyelesaiannya, bisa ditutup dengan akhir yang menyenangkan atau berakhir tragis. Tergantung bagaimana penulisnya membuat tulisan tersebut tentang naratif teks ini atau tentang dongeng dan cerita fabel yang dia buat gitu. Kemudian reorientation, merupakan kalimat penutup yang menceritakan kondisi akhir dari sang tokoh atau pesan moral cerita. Kalau kalian semua membaca atau mendengar dongeng, pasti di akhir cerita ada aja pesan moralnya. Misalnya seperti Malin Kundang. Kalau kita mendengarkan cerita Malin Kundang, pasti di akhir ada kata-kata seperti hormatilah ibumu, jangan jadi anak yang durhaka. Begitu, itu termasuk pada reorientation. Fungsi naratif teks. Naratif teks memiliki fungsi untuk menceritakan suatu cerita yang mempunyai rangkaian peristiwa kronologis yang saling terhubung. Tujuannya itu lebih kepada menghibur setiap pembaca dan bisa juga dijadikan sebagai pesan moral untuk kehidupan setiap pembaca. Kemudian, apa saja sih ciri-ciri kebahasaan dalam narrative text atau language feature di dalam narrative text. Yang pertama, focus on specific or individuals participants. Yang kedua, use of material process. The third, use of relational and mental process. The fourth is use of temporal conjunction and temporal circumstances. And the last is use of past tense. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian ketemu sama sebuah cerita yang mengandung 5 ciri-ciri kebahasaan ini, itu berarti yang kalian temukan adalah narrative text. Kalian bisa lihat di buku kalian masing-masing. Di situ ada sebuah cerita, judulnya itu The Frog and the Mouse. Nah, kalian bisa baca cerita itu, kemudian kalian bisa menyimpulkan dan menyesuaikan dengan beberapa dengan 5 contoh 5 ciri kebahasaan yang udah Miss kasih tahu sebelumnya. Sekarang kita akan mendengarkan dan menonton video Jack and the Beanstalk. Silakan ditonton.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Jack who lived with his poor widowed mother. They had sold almost everything they owned to buy food. When their last cow stopped giving milk, Jack's mother sent him to town to sell it. On the way to town, Jack met a strange fellow who told him stories of magic beans. "Where can I buy some of these magic beans for my mother?" asked Jack. "I have the last 5 magic beans, and I will sell them to you because you are a good boy." The strange man smiled at Jack. "Well, I have nothing but our old cow, and we need the money I would get by selling her for food." The man replied, "Trust me, my boy. These beans will bring you food and fortune, and your mother will be proud." Jack hesitated, but finally traded the cow for the beans. When Jack returned home, his mother was furious and threw the beans out of the kitchen window crying. Jack went to bed that night, sad and hungry. He woke the next morning to find a huge beanstalk growing in the garden. "The beans really are magic," he cried. Jack saw that the stalk reached the clouds. He remembered stories about the clouds containing gold and started climbing the stalk to see what he could find. He climbed and climbed. When he got to the top, he saw a huge castle and headed for it. The door was so big that Jack could crawl beneath it. Once inside, he saw a giant man eating his dinner. When the giant was finished, he called his servant to bring him his bag of gold coins. While counting his money, the giant became drowsy and fell asleep. Jack crept up to the giant and stole his bag of gold. He struggled down the beanstalk with his money, and when he got to the bottom, he called for his mother. Jack's mother was very happy because this money was the same money that the giant had stolen from Jack's father many years ago. But she was also afraid. She knew how dangerous the giant was and made Jack promise he would never go back. Well, Jack did promise. After a while, the money began to run out. Jack began to wonder if he would find anything else in the castle. Once again, Jack decided he would go back up the beanstalk and back to the castle. Once again, he reached the castle and climbed under the castle door. And once again, he found the giant eating dinner at his table. When he was finished this time, however, the giant called for his magic hen. Jack was amazed when he saw the hen lay an egg of pure gold. While the giant was watching the hen, he again became drowsy and fell asleep. Jack crept silently to the table and grabbed the hen. When he returned home, his mother was very angry that Jack had gone back to the castle. She grabbed Jack's axe, intent on cutting the beanstalk down. Jack begged her not to and showed her how the hen could lay golden eggs. Jack's mother put the axe down and watched with delight as the hen laid one beautiful golden egg after another. After a while, Jack's curiosity got the better of him, and he once again thought about what else he could find in the castle. Once again, Jack decided he would go back up the beanstalk and back to the castle. Once again, he reached the castle and climbed under the castle door. And once again, he found the giant eating dinner at his table. And once again, when he was finished this time, however, the giant called for his magic harp. Jack watched as the harp began to play beautiful music all by itself. The music was so beautiful that before long, the lazy giant once again fell fast asleep. Jack crept silently to the table, but as soon as Jack picked up the harp, it began playing very loudly in his strange hands, and the giant awoke. Fee, fi, fo, fum, yelled the giant, and he chased after the boy and his harp. Jack raced to the beanstalk and slid down. He could feel the stalk shake as the giant began climbing down. Luckily, his axe was nearby, and he began chopping down the beanstalk. The beanstalk shook and cracked under the weight of the giant and Jack's chopping. Finally, the stalk snapped, and the giant fell to earth, never to be seen again. Jack and his mother lived happily ever after. The end.
Nah, kita udah menonton video Jack and the Beanstalk. Jadi sekarang Miss mau bertanya kepada kalian semua, apakah kalian pernah menonton video ini sebelumnya? Have you ever watched this video before? Okay. So, do you enjoy it? What do you think of the story? Is it good or is make you bored? Apakah kalian berpikir bahwa ceritanya bagus atau kalian malah merasa bosan menonton video yang sudah Miss berikan? Oke. Coba Miss tanya, menurut kalian apakah cerita ini benar-benar terjadi atau hanya imajinasi saja? Oke. Kira-kira kapan cerita ini terjadi? Oke. Dari video tadi, Miss mau kalian semua dengarkan kembali videonya, nanti Miss kita tonton kembali, dan Miss mau kalian semua mengucapkan atau menirukan kata-kata yang kalian dengar dari video tadi, minimal 3 kata atau 5 kata. Miss tentuin deh 5 kata. Jadi kalian boleh mencari atau mendengar lagi dengan baik 5 kata yang menurut kalian bisa hafal. Nanti kita cari artinya bareng-bareng. Oke, di akhir dari pertemuan kita hari ini, sebelum berakhir Miss mau kalian semua mengerjakan ada 10 soal untuk cerita Frog and the Mouse tadi. Miss mau kalian semua menjawab, terus kita diskusiin hari ini. Silakan dikerjakan. Oke, jadi semuanya apakah kalian mengerti dengan apa yang sudah kita bahas hari ini? Jadi Miss harap kalian bisa memahami apa itu naratif teks, seperti yang udah Miss jelasin kalau naratif teks itu adalah sebuah cerita legenda atau dongeng yang turun-temurun diceritakan, dan itu merupakan imajinasi dari seorang penulis. Oke, minggu depan kita akan membahas tentang profesi. Jadi Miss harap kalian bisa membaca kembali dan menemukan kosakata baru, vocabulary baru. Kita bisa belajar sama-sama minggu depan. Oke, sampai sini pertemuan kita hari ini.